Let us now come to the rifts between in the Pakistani army. I want to make a statement here and say that the rift is not new. It was always existing in Pakistani army, but it was not to the magnitude what has happened post Imran, or once Imran took over as the government. For example, in 1951, the unsuccessful coup by Major General Akbar Khan against Liaquat Ali Khan. Liaquat was a very popular leader. Unfortunately, Jinnah died early. Liaquat was assassinated. I hope you all know about it. There are conspiracy theories that he was assassinated for A reason, B reason, C reason. That USSR assassinated him because he was anti communist. Some say the West is behind their assassination. Whatever be the reason, because he was not actually he was tending to be more uh, having a more independent say for Pakistan, although aligned to the West. But they felt that if a civilian leader becomes possibly strong, then their agenda of pushing the Pakistani military up would suffer, and that is why possibly that coup was also attempted. Then 1953-54, their Governor General Gulamuddin dismissed the government of Nazam Hussain and also dismissed the Constituent Assembly which was writing the constitution. Slowly, the efforts of the Pakistan army paid off, and in 1958, through convincing or whatever you may call it, a successful coup was done by Ayub Khan. But do you know 1971 there was an unsuccessful coup by Brigadier FB Ali against Yahya Khan due to the 71 war? Again, there was an unsuccessful coup in 1973 by Brigadier FB Ali again and few officers against Zulfikar Ali Bhutto.
The same guy twice, sir?
Same guy twice. The reason they say is that he was convinced that because they neglected East Pakistan, we reached this stage. We shouldn't have neglected East Pakistan. So he was somehow of the other. You see, by that time there were officers of the East Pakistan also inside. I don't know. I have not checked whether FB Ali was from Bangladesh or of the this variety. But
No,
there was a coup attempt made.
that besides, sorry to interrupt you,
Hmm.
they didn't kind of shoot him the first time he tried it.
Yes,
They let him be.
yes.
Now,
War would have started. I don't know the exact reason why they let him be. Maybe he would have apologized or whatever it is. Uh,
apparently, they didn't do anything, sir, because the guy tried to do it again.
yeah, but the fact is he attempted it twice, right? Then you had Major General Malik who tried to assassinate General Zia in 1980. Pervez Musharraf, all of you must be knowing, four times attempts were made to assassinate. What I'm trying to get at is that ISI is controlling all these free radicals, yet some free radical goes and tries to attempt an assassination of Pervez Musharraf. It means that there were elements opposed to the ruling military class which were probably doing this underhand deal of launching or removing him through assassination. It's only an inference I'm trying to make, but somewhere there could be this these could be the reasons for rifts between within the army. Why the coup became unsuccessful? Maybe they did not take bulk of the senior officers on board before they did this kind of a thing. Maybe the free radicals did not they were not able to approach very strong free radicals who would be able to assassinate Pervez Musharraf. Some people also say that they were staged assassination attempts by Pervez Musharraf to gain sympathy. Whatever be the reason, one of the inferences is what I can draw from the unsuccessful coups is that possibly within the Pak army also and within the ISI also, there were factions which were kind of opposed to the ruling dispensation of the country. Okay. Then you had Brigadier Ali Khan and four officers attempted conspiracy against General Kayani in 2012, as late as 2012. So officers have been there who were not very happy with the Pakistani army's senior officers. And 1995, General Abbasi attempted an unsuccessful coup against Benazir Bhutto, although they managed to overcome this particular thing. So these are signs of rift within the army. They are signs of rift within the army. Some people didn't want what the Pakistan army was trying to do at a particular point in time. So these were the beginnings of the differences which were surfacing over a period of time. Go to the next one, and here you will see the Faiz Hamid Kamar Bajwa episode. Yeah,
Were these differences or were these deliberate lines created so that the Pakistani army would find it easy to control?
but I won't be able to hazard a very give you a very firm answer to this. I'm only making an inference to say that there were sections within the Pakistani army which were not so happy with the that times ruling dispensation of the or the senior leadership of the Pakistani army, which means that there were sections which were dissatisfied within that. Now, can you call them as full rift? No, they would be, but the fact that they could come up to a stage of launching a coup attempt means that there was some seriousness in their effort. It could not be totally a staged or deliberately created actions, as you are trying to say. Some of them definitely would have been possibly a deliberate attempt, but I think with so many attempts, definitely few of them were of a serious nature. You see, you must realize 2007 onwards, Pakistani army was fighting the Taliban or in northwestern frontiers, Waziristan and those areas. They were not liking that fighting against their own men, and so therefore there were a section of officers who were not very happy with this kind of a approach which the Pakistan army had taken. And they were using aircraft, they were using tanks, those kind of things were being used, which was not to the liking. Nowhere in the insurgencies you used it. They were just aping the western model of Afghanistan on their own people.
If I may venture a guess, it was General Hamid Gul, one of them.
uh, no, no. That is Faiz Hamid I'm talking about. I'm not sure whether it was Hamid Gul or not, but uh, definitely these were young junior officers. They were not very senior officers, major generals and below. So the senior, they were basically against the policy of the senior leadership of the military. That's why possibly these attempts were made to maybe register their protest. So if you look at the Faiz Hamid drama, Asim Munir replaced by Faiz Hamid due to proximity with Imran, everybody knows. Faiz Hamid came close to Kamar Bajwa at one point in time. It is commonly believed that Faiz Hamid, because of his proximity to Imran Khan, actually ensured the 3 year extension for Kamar Bajwa. And so therefore he was for a period of time fairly well disposed towards the Kamar Bajwa leadership and also Imran Khan. Both were kind of in optimizing solution. All three of them, Imran, Faiz Hamid, and Kamar Bajwa. But where the problem started off was when Faiz Hamid went to Afghanistan to establish the government, Haqqani government, or get Haqqani the plum uh, post of the interior security, as also get maximum Pashtuns into the ruling cabinet. I believe, and as per Gautam Murthy also, uh, and based on his research as well, He went without the permission of Kamar Bajwa. And this was not liked by Kamar Bajwa. Kamar Bajwa felt that if this man can do this much, I mean, imagine an officer serving under you. I can't even go to the other formation, leave aside talking of going to another government, another country, forming a government. It indicates two things. It indicates Faiz Hamid's control over ISI, control over Taliban, and control over the civilian military relationship, which was going far beyond the control of Kamar Bajwa. So, which chief will like this? And therefore, you had the great split which took place, and thereafter started the drama of or saga of Faiz Hamid Kamar Bajwa differences. 1953 to 54. I've already we are. This actually led to thereafter. I think there was a wrong point inserted in between. This led to Punjab Pashtun rift between the army, and what we are seeing is some kind of a extension of this rift into the veterans community now. Pakistani veterans are now calling for a strong democracy, support to the Supreme Court, pitching for an early election in Punjab and KPK, and telling the ruling dispensation, without naming the army or the civilian class, that you must give support to the Supreme Court. You are aware that the government is trying to uh, draft a new law and tell that Supreme Court cannot take a decision like this and blah blah blah. They want to have a full bench of Supreme Court to, and there is now some elements in the. If I have read just in the U.S. press, it has come today's news that there is Sherman. I think Mr. Sherman is the part of the External Affairs Committee, uh, who has written to Anthony Blinken saying that uh, US must intervene on behalf of the for the human rights violations which are taking place, for curbing the speech of Imran Khan, for interfering into the judiciary, etc., and take the situation under control. Now, this has been submitted to Anthony Blinken within the US Congress. So, therefore, there seems to be two major wars taking place here, and the other community, that is the Pashtun community, represented now by and large by Imran Khan, seems to be also working at the international level through the and also they have created rifts between the veterans also. Earlier, Pakistani veterans never ever spoke against any army related actions or steps, but now they are coming out in the open. They have a signed declaration which they have actually given out. And I believe some people have said that uh, within the family of serving people, while the army officer may be supporting Asim Munir and Shahbaz Sharif, their family is supporting Imran Khan. Their children and their wives are supporting Imran Khan. Now, this is a serious rift. If it is true, if these rumors are true, if these things which are coming out on the social media are taken to be true, then we are seeing a serious damage to the Pakistani army. And you remember my statement of the last time: no Pak army, no Pakistan. So we may see a situation going to that. You should also see that there were two generals who resigned after Asim Munir was appointed, because Asim Munir's appointment itself is under controversy. He was to retire. His announcement was made 3 days early, so that that retirement clause is not applicable to Asim Munir, and that is how the two generals. One was of course Faiz Hamid. So today there is a very strong camp of pro Imran and pro the current ruling dispensation, which is now prevailing within the. There are also rumors, and this is very very. uh, very very serious if it is true that initially actually General this fellow's name, what is his name? Samshul Mirza, who is the chief of Joint Staff Committee, was the favored candidate of Kamar Bajwa to take over as the chief of army staff. Somehow, the current government felt that they should take a chap who's totally anti Imran, and that anti Imran person, Asim Munir, because he had been replaced by Faiz Hamid. So, if he's replaced by Faiz Hamid, he would be anti Faiz Hamid. Faiz Hamid is strongly close to Imran. So Asim Munir would be actually close to, uh, totally opposed to Imran Khan. So he is one person who will not go for any decision which favors Imran Khan. So therefore, Asim Munir was the safest bet for this, and so therefore they neglected others. There were many people who were actually eligible for Pakistani chief, but they selected a person who was absolutely safe for them, and Asim Munir fitted that bill. There is a nice article on this in ANI, so you can go through that and see exactly the how the six generals who were qualified were slowly eliminated. Samshul was there was one general, I'm forgetting his name, Noor or somebody, Munir I think, who used to play both sides. So they said, yeah, this man is dangerous. He will turn court moment the palra of one side is bhari. So his name was removed. So like this, they found the only chap safe was who's totally with heart against Imran Khan, and that was Asim Munir. But what is happening is Mirza's, who is the chief of joint staff, who was to become the chief, most likely chief, is I believe working underhand through DGISI, who is leaking information about Asim Munir so that he can be discredited, and Samsul Mirza takes over as the chief of army staff. And this, if it is true, this could be a hearsay, this could be a conspiracy, this could be a rumor mongering, this could be also a propaganda. But if there is any truth in this information, then we are going to see Pakistan army for the first time seeing a crisis of such a magnitude, where between two generals there will be a rift.